Larchmont and Edgewater are residential neighborhoods on the west side of Norfolk, sharing the 23508 zip code. The neighborhoods contain more than 2,300 homes, most of them occupied by single-family owners. Many homes were built in the early 20th century in styles ranging from palatial estates to modest bungalows. The dominant style of homes is colonial revival, but the neighborhood also features grand Victorian homes, as well as craftsman bungalows and new construction. Participating neighborhoods are bordered by 49th Street, the Lafayette River to the east and north, the Elizabeth River to the west, and Old Dominion University and 52nd Street to the south. The neighborhood is bisected by Hampton Boulevard. Other major streets include Jamestown Crescent, Powhatan Avenue, and Bowling Avenue. Although it is almost totally a residential neighborhood, there are several non-residential anchors in the neighborhood that make it special. The neighborhood's southern edge is bordered by Old Dominion University, one of the largest universities in Virginia, and WHRO, the region's public radio and television station. ODU is in the midst of a major expansion program just a few blocks past the neighborhood's border. In the past decade, ODU has rapidly expanded, adding the Ted Constant Convocation Center, classrooms, an indoor tennis center, apartments, dormitories, and retail space. Larchmont and Edgewater has a rich history. It was mostly farmland in 1906 when a group of Norfolk businessmen purchased about 200 acres in the northwest portion of what was then Norfolk County. The developers began to lay out streets, sidewalks, a water system, and landscaping for a new neighborhood. Early access to the new neighborhood was by streetcar on tracks running down the length of Atlantic and Jamestown Boulevards, now Hampton Boulevard, built to accommodate visitors to the 1907 Jamestown Exposition. Realtors T. Marshall Bellamy and J. Thomas Huff were hired to develop Larchmont Edgewater. They placed a 1909 ad in the Norfolk Ledger-Dispatch advertising the new subdivision as Norfolk's only high-class suburb. An article a year later noted that Larchmont was a city of homes beautified by trees and flowers. Because of the new development's location 5 miles from the heart of downtown Norfolk, some naysayers predicted that the project would fail. Larchmont was considered to be in the country, and businessmen found it an inconvenient commute by streetcar, and few of them owned automobiles. In order to entice purchasers, Bellamy instituted his own bus line, the Larchmont Transit Company, which ran from Commercial Place in downtown Norfolk to Larchmont for 5 cents a ride. The nickel was known as a jitney in those days, and so the bus became known as the Larchmont Jitney. In an early newspaper ad to promote the developing neighborhood, Bellamy said, "We have 2 automobiles to show you Larchmont. If you are timid about riding in automobiles, we can take you on the streetcar in 20 minutes." The property was divided into 25-foot lots, and owners were required to purchase a minimum of 2 to 4 lots so that their houses would not be crowded together. By 1912, builders had sold 64 homes in the new neighborhood, making it one of the fastest-growing Norfolk suburbs. Larchmont Edgewater was annexed to the city of Norfolk in 1923. The neighborhood continued to develop over the decades to a pleasant, family-oriented neighborhood whose sidewalks are lined with crepe myrtles, oaks, and other trees. The giant magnolia trees that line the eastern part of Magnolia Avenue are more than 150 years old and are reminders of the wide drive that once led to a grand 18th century home on the Lafayette River. Today, many streets wind around the rivers and inlets, and some of them have small parks or large medians for public use. The neighborhood has remained stable throughout the decades and had always been a popular choice for home buyers who want to live in a well-maintained, older neighborhood only a few miles from downtown Norfolk.